Hello, 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 hello. Hello guys, how are you doing? How is everything? Hope you guys are good. So okay, yeah. Today we're going to be doing we're going to be creating the Punisher's Infinite Journeys challenge. If you don't know about that, let me first get his video bit here. So you can go to let me just. I think it's he spells it like that. Yeah, so he creates a lot of challenges, and a few days ago he released a new challenge called Infinity Journeys. Let me just skip this. Yeah, so he released a new challenge, and that's what we are going to be basically doing for the rest of the month, hopefully. And let me reduce this audio a bit. Okay, so yeah, so what we're going to be doing is entering his we're just going to be creating several scenes every day, trying a different style, and I know some of you might want to join the challenge, so I think this is a great video to give you some inspiration on what to do in your scene. So yeah, this is the project you get from his YouTube links. So you're supposed to create a scene. Actually, I think I have the rules here. So let's go through them quickly. So congratulations for your first big step in the Infinite Journey 3D challenge. And I'm using Discord. I'm using my Discord server as the home base for this challenge. So I encourage you to hop in to not only stay up to date on rules, guidelines, FAQs, and submission info, but more importantly, connect with a passionate community of artists also working on their challenge submission. Feel free to ask questions, get technical help, and even help others who need some guidance. So yeah, the Discord server is here. Maybe let me paste it in the chat if you want to join that. Keen to see what you're making. I'm working on my submission now. Nice. I'm just going to try and do random stuff. I don't think I'll be submitting mine. I just want to go through. I just wanted to participate in the challenge, but without even submitting, because I want to do at least one different scene, because I know a lot of you might want to participate but may not have the skills or some idea. I just want to make this an ongoing project for anyone who wants to get some inspiration. They can use this as a baseline or starting point. Yeah, so let's see. I'll see you guys in Discord, and every Saturday at 10:45 PST on YouTube, where I'll be working on my submission alongside you. I seriously can't wait to see what you create. Yeah, so that's it. I'm a beginner in Blender. If you use any textures or images, please share. I will learn while watching you, and next time I will join the challenge, and please teach while you're doing. Yeah, I'm going to be doing exactly that, because I know that some of you might want to join. Yeah, so though I may not be able to provide the textures for you, but a quick Google can get you the textures. Ankam, that's your name, sir. So yeah, hope let's get there. So one thing I noticed is that if you open up the project, so because when you download the starter pack on his page, you'll see that you'll find the project files in here, and you'll find a Blender version there as well. So because we're using Blender, let's choose that and open it up, and you will notice right away that the user interface is completely different from what you're used to. So if you want to go back to your layout, just click on this plus icon and find the layout, and it should take you to the layout that you are used to. So this is my usual setup. My viewport is always set up like this. So that's why you see I'm switching to that so that I can start working. But when you open the project, it will look like this. And if you play back, you can see you basically have okay. Yeah, you basically have a scene. You basically have a scene like this, a setup like this, an object a camera parented to an object, to a moving object, just like a train scene like that. So yeah, you might find that you're not used to this interface. So just go back to your default layout by clicking on this plus, general, and then layout. It will take you to the default layout that you are used to with everything set up for you. So now we can go back to this, and let me also change this so that it's much easier for me. I think we can go with the most, we can start with the most obvious scene, which is kind of a train station, or a train with some scenery in the background. Maybe we can add some mountains, and yeah, just a simple scene so that just to familiarize ourselves with the setup and what we're going to be doing. So let's do that. First, make sure that everything is good. Okay, so I think before we get in, let me just do some quick promos so that yeah, for a scene like this, you might need some characters to add into the scene. That's why I would recommend human generator, a realistic portrait creation with Blender. This is a course on how to create humans. It's very, very detailed course on how to create your own human characters. Another course another project I would like to recommend is the real-time materials for Blender. This is an add-on by Ducky 3D. You must already know about him if you are in the 3D community. He has a YouTube channel that is dedicated to making procedural stuff. So this is an amazing pack filled with a lot of materials that you can get. The link is going to be provided in the description. With that, you might also want something for your environment, like vegetations. That's why I recommend the Volcanic nature add-on. This just adds plants, trees, vegetation, and a lot of grass, everything you might need, rocks, for a scene. A complete scene you will get with botanical trees. So again, a link is provided in the chat if you want to get that. And finally, I want to promote the Sci-Fi Pro pack. As you know, this challenge is going to attract a lot of users, beginners, professionals, and in between 3D artists. So you may find that whatever you create, people are going to end up creating the same things looking similar. So you might want to make yours a bit different. That's why I recommend the Sci-Fi Pro pack. This is an add-on that gives you sci-fi elements that you can easily use. So you can add some sci-fi things into your scene and make it a bit unique from everything else and from everyone's work. So yeah, that's it. All the links are going to be in the description. Let's get started. Let me close these. Bring back Blender. Okay, hello Burning Bright, hello Ankam, hello AM, hello Feisty Cadeva. Okay, so let's get started and let's see what we're going to do. So I think we can do a train. This is the most obvious thing. We can create something like a train, maybe something like this. We will add a character here and maybe just put some environments in the background. So let me save this image, and maybe tomorrow we can do a completely different thing. Instead of a train, we can try becoming more I don't know what to use, but yeah. Okay, let's see. Let me just make sure that everything functions as it. So the requirements are you don't touch the camera. So we can't move the camera. We can't even change the camera settings. It has to be the way it is. And every object you create has to be parented to this object so that it can move with the scene like that. So I think we can start by sculpting the background here. We can even just use some, let me see, we can add some mountains in the background. So let me grab this. I'll give it a few subdivisions using the mount resolution modifier. So mount res, and subdivide this a few times. Let me turn off optimize, and now we can add a displacement. So I'll use my quick functions add-on, add a displacement. And for the texture, I'm going to use an image texture because I have some height maps that can help here. You can use the landscape add-on. It would also work very well here. But I want to just do this quickly, so I'm going to grab some height maps like this, and this should be enough to create a mountain. You can see already you can see that already we have some interesting stuff going on. So now the challenge says you should not touch the camera, but I'm going to adjust the camera clipping distance because that will not affect the movement of the camera. It's just going to extend. Actually, it's already been extended, so you don't really have to. I think they realized that that would be a need. So yeah, it's already extended, so you don't need to touch the camera. Anyway, so yeah, this is our starting point. And I think I'm going to move this ground a bit lower. I don't know. Let's see. Bro, can you make a fictional environment here? By the way, I'm welcoming any suggestions that you might have. So yeah, we can try a fictional environment. We can definitely try a fictional environment. I like an alien planet or something. What do you have in mind? Now let's work on some texturing here. I'm going to get rid of this. Actually, let me just hide the flow for a second here and save this. Save infinite Janice. Like I said, we're going to make several of these, so this is going to be project 1. Will it be disqualified or not? Bro, can you make a fictional environment here? Will it be disqualified or not? I don't think that will be disqualified because no, there are no rules against that. I think, yeah, I don't think you would put such restrictions because if you just restrict it to realistic environments, then you're going to see a lot of similar works. So I don't think he would make it so that's only non-fiction. Yeah, it would be a bit, I think, boring. So let's create some grass. I'm going to create a new material, and I'm going to use my asset library, the asset library here, materials, textures. Let me search for some grass. grass image, import that. Can you edit the object provided in the file? Like, see it? Yeah, you definitely can, because I see he has two collections here. He has a replaceable stroke editable collection and a do not touch collection. In the do not touch collection, there is only a camera, so anything that is not a camera you can edit or replace. So let's create some grass, give this some grass. So all these should use the same material, so I'll just bump this up like that. Then let me look for some rocks. I have these rock surfaces. I think, I don't know, I can have a blend of this here, which also needs to be scaled down, and let me also grab this, which also needs to be scaled down. And I'm going to grab an input geometry node, a geometry node like that. And let me separate, because I want to create a mask that will separate everything. So let me grab a separate XY. I want to separate the normal like that. So let me see, what directions do we want? I can use a vector math, I think it's under, yeah, here, and just scale this down. Oh, actually, let me just rotate this. Trying to create, I'm just trying to get a proper mask, seeing if dot product would work here. Just playing with some random stuff. Let's see. Forward, face forward. Let me see. Let me just see. We can just add a vector mapping node here. No problem, Ivano Werasinge, I think. I also want parts of this side to have some rock surface, so I'm going to grab another separate node. This time let's use a vector math, some vector math here, and I think the cross product, was it the cross product? Dot product seemed to give some good results. Let me see. Yeah, I think this wouldn't be too bad. So just create a mask that we can blend with this. Use ambient occlusion as mask and later bake the mask as an image, so it's not affected by everything else. Yeah, so the ambient occlusion node would not work for this scene because yeah, actually it might work, but I don't want to use it because this is a large scene and that would be a lot of steps. You would have to UV unwrap each of these, then bake them separately, and you also need a very high resolution map. Yes, so, but I think something like this can use a convert math node here, change this to greater than. Yes, so that is going to be our rock surface. Now we can control. Yeah, so now we have these two rocks. Let's just blend them together. Just so we can get a much detailed surface. Then we can blend that with the grass using this mask. So maybe we want the grass to occupy more. So yeah, that's not too bad, I think. Now then we can use this as the base color here. And we're going to use cycles because it's much creates more better results. We're going to use the sky texture, and the sun, we want it to be rotated 180 degrees, so that's and another thing I'm going to do, I want to have control over the lighting of this. So what I'm going to do is make sure that this wall, let me first pause here, extend this wall, fill this side and this side. Make sure this uses auto smooth, and let me just make sure that the clear splits here. Yeah, I want to have control over the lighting, so yeah, I'm going to work like that. Strength at 0.1, it is normal this way. Strength at, do you mean for the sun? Like that. Let me bring the ozone. Turn on some denoising. Now let's bring back the reference image we are working with, this here. I think the mountains need to be quite far. quite far in the distance. Oh, you mean the strength here? 0.1? Okay, that's not too bad. Good morning, dude. Did you try beta 3.1? I'm still using 2.93. I'm using 3. I haven't tried beta. I've not tried the 3.1 yet. Now, we need to make our mountains look more real. Maybe just extend them so that they're far enough. Now, this is where an addon like the botanic tree addon is useful, because now I can just grab some trees. But I think before I even add that, let's make our scene look more interesting, especially the interior. So yeah, let's come here. One thing I'm going to add is an area light that covers this window. So just grab it. Something like that. Now let's work on detailing this interior. So the first thing I'm going to do is just actually I can use this here. Just going to grab these edges and round them off. Like that. I can grab this piece here, Shift D, P. Just creating a nice detailed window here. I don't need that. Okay, something like that. Let's make these seats. Let's make a nice seat here. Push this in. For my render, I'm having two astronauts traveling into a new planet and getting captured by a big bird. Ah, nice. I'm just trying to make the most basic setup here, like a train, and see what we can adjust, see what story we can come up with. Now I can start messing with this seat. I think that's a decent seat. I'm almost done, but I am not getting any space HDRIs. What is your recommendation? Space HDRIs? Yeah, I don't really have any recommendations there. I think I maybe try to create a star field using the sky texture. Yes. Yeah, space is really not that simple to make, especially since it's just empty space. Yeah, I'm not here. I'm sorry, I can't come up with any good recommendations. So that's like our seat. What are we working on? Are we working on the Infinite Journeys challenge? Yeah, trying to see what we can come up with. That's Punisher's challenge, by the way, if you know it. Now these have to be parented to the main body. So Control P, Control P, Control P, keep transformation. Good. Hello cloud, hello zigzag. As we can only see through the window, I was thinking of a high-res space image. A high-res space image. Well, I don't think. Yeah. So if you just use an image for the background, maybe that could work. But you would want some parallax in your motion. Otherwise, it will just look like an image. So this is where we are with the render. And I think can increase the strength of the sun to something like 0.5. And let's also add these lights up here. I think I'm going to grab this piece. Just like that. I think I can add a bevel to this. When I use Volcanic add-on for Blender, it looks realistic for cycles, but not Eevee. Why is that happening? Because Eevee is not a very realistic render engine, so it doesn't render some things very well. The problem is with Eevee itself. It's limited in how it renders. Okay, one thing I'm realizing is that if we do this way, let me just move the window down a bit so that's how we can see this piece here. So just, I think I need to scale it down. For it to be visible. Hello Bianimation, how are you? Okay, then here let's add a few subdivisions. Now, I'm not going to use these. I just grab 3 dots here. Actually, let me have them here. Just turn them into perfect circles. Okay, now these are going to be our lights. So I have in the asset library, I have some lights pack. Let me look for some lights. Light. I have some nice lights I could use, like these here. They have some nice detail, and all I need, let me just see them here. They have this nice pattern, so just going to grab one of them. Let me first isolate this. By the way, if you're a patron, you can get this light pack. Comes with a lot of lights. I think, yeah, this is what I need. So just to separate, and I don't need this anymore. Already into geometry. Man, I hope you are better. First place in this challenge. Hello from Pakistan, Asia. Yeah, so I don't think I'll be submitting because I'm going to be doing a few of these, and I'll only be spending an hour, 2 hours. So the length of the stream. I just want to help out anyone who wants to join the challenge and they are new. So just show you how. Just try a few different ideas for anyone who wants to join the challenge. Okay, you can see how the lights look. Again, these are lights from the asset pack that you can get on Patreon if you're Patreon. What is the story? Story is important. Yeah, can you guys figure out that for me? Because I haven't really thought of that much. You could help with that. Now, I think I'm going to grab another light here, like this. Okay, just want to create a longer light for the bottom piece. Yeah, so this light here can come there. You can use this here. Maybe it can be a little, and I'm going to come here. I think this could use a mirror. And here our story could be about two strangers having a conversation for the first time. Yeah, to have that, I remember this is supposed to be an animation, so yeah, I'm not sure. How would you animate? How do you portray that, something like that? Because sounds like a lot of work. I don't know if I should have this pushed out a bit. Actually, I think I can just extrude in like that and just Have this at an angle like that, and maybe we can give this a bevel as well, a nice small bevel. Something like that. Then it must be an awful conversation because it's an infinite journey. Yeah, and it would be very difficult to portray, to make it show in the story. I think our seats are somewhat too large. Now, what about if we have a lake here? Do I have, let me see if I have some water materials. Yeah, I think. Also, how are you planning to make the characters? The characters will just get them from Mixamo because making them here would be a bit difficult. It would be just too much. Grab an area right here. How long should the animation be? It should be 120 frames. You import, when you import the project, that's already set for you. I use MetaHumans for my animation. Nice. Does MetaHuman import nicely in Blender? Let me go to my. I'm not sure of what concept to use, but let's see. Let me grab some city or building. Let me search for some buildings that we could use. Maybe we can have like a city in the background. Again, this is the buildings pack is a pack you can get from my Patreon page. How do you do retopology in Blender? Are there add-ons? It's a completely different topic. It's a very large topic. There's a lot of tutorials that you can watch. White noise and relaxing music. I had to bring it into Unreal Engine and then import it from there. Oh, okay. You have a story idea? Okay, what would be the story for you? Oh, you need to make sure that everything you add into your scene is actually parented to the main object, or else it's not going to move with it. So okay, let's make an alien-like world. The first thing I might want to do is just scale these down significantly like that. And let's look at the materials. Going to make them less reflective. And I'm also going to colorize these. Hey, what if the mountain in the background is a volcanic explosion? I think that's a good idea. Let's try that. So like a volcanic mountain. Let's see. Let me see what a volcanic mountain. Can there be any characters sitting in the seats? Yes, yes. You can add that. I think let me first reduce the light on this. Is that a volcano? Yeah, that's what we are trying to create. See, maybe we can make it an eruption. Now it's very tedious to import it into Blender. Yeah, I thought of that. Using Unreal to import back to Blender is it seems a lot of work. I am the character rig right now, but my PC is dying. What story are you trying to make, Ivano? What story are you trying to make? And try to do better. Yeah. What is your scene about? Can we create high quality kit bash using only Blender? Yes, you can definitely use only Blender to do that. Blender is very capable, man. Don't underestimate it. Okay. I am making a night scene. Let's see if this was a night scene. You're giving me some ideas. Let's see if we make this a night scene. Yeah, you know what? I think a night scene looks cooler. Yeah, just so like we are having, make this look like a silhouette. And I think I need to reduce the light of this. And I make the interior lights more powerful. Let me add a light here. Put a cloud in the scene when you finish the volcano. A cloud in the scene. You can try that. Let's see. You know, so for the volcano, Actually, let's pause the render there. Now let me first see how we're going to approach this. So let's create a particle system here. So at around frame 20, let me add a mark. We want the explosion to start, the eruption to start. So I'm going to use a particle system that starts at frame 20 and ends at frame 22. And we just want an explosion of particles. The velocity, actually, let me, because I want these particles to like explode in different directions. The velocity, normal direction, could be quite significant. So I'm going to grab some rocks, some rock assets. Let me just have them. And let me decimate this so that it's not using a lot of polygons. And there may be another one like this. Maybe the characters can be animated to be in a surprise when the volcano looks towards it. Yeah, that would be amazing, but animating surprised characters means that you would need a character with a facial rig, which is not very easy to find. But that would have been amazing. It feels like something is missing without a little bit of cloud, although there are times where there are no clouds in certain parts of the earth. Yeah, we can do that. Those are like secondary effects, so we can add them later. We will definitely add some clouds later, but right now let's first figure out the main piece. Have you ever tried bringing iClone or character creator 3 characters to Blender? It's a really good workflow. I think you should try it. I haven't tried it, but I will give it a try. Let me add a render. Let's use collection rocks. You can see, I think our normals are facing the wrong direction. Yeah, so I think it's better if we round this off. So we have like an explosion of particles like that, and we need more randomness, so I'll turn on our dynamic, give this some angular momentum. Actually, it should be we need some randomness, random, and the rotation, the velocity should also be quite random, and yeah, they don't have to be that many. You can use like 100 particles. And I want there to be like 3 explosions. So let's do 30 particles for this. Duplicate this. This can be a different particle system, and it can start at 22, end at 24. So we have 2 eruptions that are spaced out. Let's see, this can be 30 and this can be 25. 30. See, something like that. And at the eruption, at the point of eruption, I mean, we don't need to display the mesh, the emitter. At the point of eruption, we want to have a burst of light. So I'll create a high energy light. At around frame 20, that ends around there. Very nice work. Best of luck. Thank you, Pico. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, now we can see some explosions. Let me just move these out of the way. Actually, I can just disable them. Now I want to use a smoke simulation here, but the issue with that is that yeah, my PC can't handle making a smoke simulation while doing streaming. So let's find a smoke texture and just fake the effects. So I think this could be good. Let me see, what else can we... this can also be good. Let's just fake the smoke. See if we can get away with it. Let's see. Let me grab this. Give me a moment. Let me go. sorry about that, but yeah, we want an explosion, and let's bring in this image that I've just downloaded. And, let me isolate this for a second, and let's see. So it's a small, it doesn't have an alpha channel, so let's use this as the alpha. And see. I think I need to invert this here. Use a car ramp as well. Now let's see if this would work as you know what, it doesn't look too bad. So we can animate this. Let me actually just move this like this. Okay. Then it slows down quite significantly. And we need several versions of this, so we can duplicate this. If I turn off this, rotate it a bit, and offset the animation just a bit as well. Maybe move it even a bit forward. Maybe there. Okay. So the only thing that I see we need to do is just get rid of the location keyframes. And the rotation keyframes as well. So you can obviously try simulating smoke, but yeah, it's going to be very, very hard to simulate realistic smoke using Blender. It's kinda very, very slow. And actually, I think for the lights, these lights, they can continue on to light for some bit of time. And that gives it the effect of fire somehow, like that. I think I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to have several lights in different directions. So I'm going to just have a few of these around. And then they can all start. And just scrub. All these eruption lights, we want them to all be linked. And they all start at 0. Let's see. Okay, I think the explosion looks convincing, at least to me. And I should continue. So that's how the explosion looks in cycles. Sorry, in EV. Except these particles don't really look that convincing to me. So let's edit them a bit. You can also have some glowing rocks. Yeah, I think we can do that too. So What's this? I think I'm also going to make this a collider object so that the particles, when emitted, can actually collide with it. Welcome back, bro. Nice. Thank you, Mr. T2. I don't think I had gone anywhere, but yeah, we need another one of these. Grab Shift D. Now we need another particle system, so I'm just going to reuse the old one. Now this time the particles are plenty and they travel faster. So let's try 50, and they're also smaller. I want them, most of them, to fly towards the camera, so that's in the Y direction. So I'm going to go to the particles and give them some Y momentum. So see, yeah, something like that, so that we have some particles moving forward toward the camera. And I also should make that the case for these large particles, so that we have a lot of them shooting toward the camera. So let me also do this for this. And with that, we can also have some particles rolling off this the mountain. So for that, let's just use a similar particle system. So just duplicate system. This time these ones do not really have a large velocity, so except they're just moving forward a bit. Your PC is it powerful? Not too powerful. Yeah, so I want some of these to be a bit heavier. So let's reduce their forward velocity. Now maybe increase their gravity by 2. And you can see now they bounce off the surface. So let's do a gravity of 3. And we don't want them to bounce too much, so I can grab the mountain and add some particle damping, increase the friction, randomness, and yeah. And I think we should also give these some X velocity so that they are going in the direction of the train. So I think for their end we can give them some time, so 30, so that more particles can, so that not all of them are distributed at once. So 20 and 40. Let's see. Let's bring in some character. So let's pause that. Okay, I want her to be Let's see. I don't want the light to be directly on her, so let's bend it a bit. Maybe we can have some kind of table here. And again, this has to be parented to the main body. Now, to make things more interesting, I'm going to make the guy a Roman soldier. Just make sure. Okay. Bro, can there be sound effects? That's if you're participating in the challenge, I think you definitely need to add that. But in our case, I don't think we are going to be doing that. Just, you know what? Let me just make my life simpler. Just let me go to the asset library, search for some wood. Hey, I just came back. Which character are you using? This one is from freerenderpeople.com. It's a female character. And let me also grab this one. So these are some nice characters with PBR textures. They're scanned characters, so yeah. Can I copy this transformation? I think I can copy these bonds. Okay. Was going on. I see. This and have to be parented. Use the city park on the table, like are they explaining the future construction plan? That's a nice idea. That is an excellent idea. And I think, let me just come here. Let's add some cities here. I think we can actually add them to a collection. That we can use a hair particle system with about let's try 100 buildings. Just use the buildings collection, and rotation can simply be Z rotation. Global Z or global Y. Let's add in a few extra buildings. Let's see. I think that's okay. You can just play with the seed to get a different structure. Let's play with the colors a bit. Now let's play with the animation a bit and see. Hey, thank you, Lucky, for subscribing. Thank you. she pushes back a bit on the explosion. We'll see. Hello, Panad, we'll come back again. Okay. Instead of city park, for our Roman buildings can look better. With the and it correlates with the Pompeii eruption. Okay, I'll go and try that and see. You got to go again. We'll be here when you come back. So he's looking at the project, and then at the explosion, what happens? We probably should stand up, but that's a lot of work to animate that, something like that. Let's see. The timing is way off, but yeah. Animating this in whatever time periods we have obviously is going to be quite Quite challenging. Are you gonna make the smoke? Oh, the smoke is there already. Hello, Kapil Patel. How are you? Glad to see you are here. Yeah, the smoke is there, and the fire is there. We're affecting everything here, but yeah, it's just so much limitations if we try to do everything realistic. That man does kung fu move at the end. Yeah, you can probably clean up the animation a bit. Like he's trying to show that he will protect. It's like, bro, man, what's up? Like, anyway, let's see. I'm doing great. Hey, Dracul, how are you? Maybe what we can do is animate like a glass breaking animation here. That would be cool. So let's try doing that. Just going to grab a piece like this, Shift D, P. Where is that? Okay, here. Let's create a shattering glass animation. Glass shattering animation. That would be... Trying to see a cheaper way to do this. Can bring... I need to use the cell fracture add-on. Quick effect cell fracture. Add some noise. And just call this glass. Cool. The glass could have been better, but I'm just going to stick with that. Okay. Now to shatter this, we are going to bring in an object, animate it moving forward. Like that. We probably want this piece here, and first clear its parent, keep transform. Yeah, we want some pieces of glass to fall here, and probably the table as well. Actually, do I need to do this? Let me see. Control P, keep object. I think what I can do is first Let me see, what is driving the animation? Is it the camera? I need to first understand what is where is my camera? Okay, so the camera is what is animating. So I'm just going to turn off all the keyframes for the camera so that everything is stationary for now. Then animate the glass shattering. So what I'm going to do is make sure that this is a collision object, a rigid body passive. Same with these seats. This seat, rigid body passive. This as well, rigid body passive, like that. Now I can select these collection. At the end, put airline company logo. Always a safe travel slogan. Yeah, we shall soon see. I think I can do that in maybe After Effects, because Blender would be a bit hard to do that, but we'll see what we can do. I'm going to give this a rigid body. Actually, I can do object rigid body active. Got it selected. Okay, yeah. You can see they fall into the table. Probably should have used more shattered glass. Actually, let me do that. Let me grab this, Shift D, P. Let's break this further, break this down further, so that we have more shattered pieces. Okay. Object quick. So fracture, let's do 500 pieces and add some noise, shatter. So we can break this into very, very small pieces. Okay. Like that. Give them all a rigid body active, and I think that's much better. Make sure that they're in the glass collection, like that. Now the first thing I need to do is make sure that under dynamics they all start deactivated. So copy to selected, start deactivated, yes, like that. And this is a rigid body active and animated. Yes, so I think I need to slow this down a bit. think I can also just connect them. Connect the pieces together and just give them a very low breaking point. Breakable, and with a threshold of about 5. And I need to have some of these pieces connected to the top. So this is a rigid body type passive. Let's see. And the breakable force could be reduced to QD type. Okay. Now I'm just going to grab these and just bake the animation. Bake to keyframe. I was on a train once, something kicked up and shattered the glass on the opposite side. It was so sudden, no warning or anyone screaming, just bang. Wow. Was everyone okay? It didn't, because if anything hits a glass at a high speed, maybe because the projector or this whatever banged the window didn't really hit it direct. How can I say it? It was perpendicular to the motion of the train, so maybe. But if it just comes directly in the same direction as the train, that can be even more devastating. Can cause more damage, I think. You see. Yeah. Can. Get rid of these connections. Haven't seen you on Discord lately. Sure. I'll be I'll be there more active now, because I usually get a bit caught up with other stuff. I forget about Discord. Okay, now that we have this, we can replace the ball with a rock, and we have that already. So let me go to the rocks here. Just want to get one. Going to duplicate one and just animate it flying towards so at around here. You can start moving towards. It should be very, very small. And bounces off. Then let's start parenting things. I'll parent this to this, Control P, object, and the shattering glass, Shift G, collection, parent this to that as well. And we can select the camera again and just reactivate the keyframes. Just have to play with the timing of this. So around when the rock is somewhere, there, that's when the glass should shatter. And to make life much easier for us, I'm just going to animate. Let me grab some glass material here, non-reflective glass. If I just show this, the glass, you can see the glass already looks shattered. So what I'm going to do is animate the, can I animate this? Visibility? I can't animate visibility. Breaking the glass would require further work. I just crush it in the window and the window should crack but remain intact. I think we have got most of the got most of that, the shattering away. So yeah, the train glass has multi-skin, so the plastic layer kept glass out of the carriage. That's good. So we want to have the visibility. Let me see. If I go to visibility, Shift G, collection, we can animate this here. So just copy to selected. Copy. Okay, I need to unhide. What I have to do, I think, is just animate. Okay, that might not really work the way I expect it to work. I wish there was a way to animate this here. But maybe I can just animate the... Let me see, what is easily animated in the materials here? The alpha shader. I can have a mixed shader here and a transparent shader, transparent shader. So at frame, let me see. Yeah, so at this frame, we don't see anything. We don't see this. And then at frame 40, we can see the glass. Shattering like that. Further work, the glass will fall in the train, interact with particles, system, and character, respond to the crash. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm not going to make it super detailed. Just make the glass shatter, and that's it. I will not further do interactions. Just need the glass to shatter like that. Now, why is this back? The characters obviously will have to be animated standing up and reacting to the glass, but we're not going to do that. PC config, just use ! specs. Yeah, that's what I did. I gradually animated the alpha, all the transparency, and that should took that. I think the glass looks nice. I think I need to further animate with some of these. I expected RTX 3080, man, but it's running out good. Yeah, it's I don't have a 3080. It's just a 1050. Are you going to make other versions too of the prop and story? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll see. But I think the render looks good. I think. Maybe what I could do is create another animation, but that is not going to work out as I want. I wanted to have these. Yo, thank you for subscribing. And Wijin, thank you. Let me go back to these buildings. I don't think we need that many buildings. Let's try 50 larger ones like that. And I'm going to change the material. Let me go back to the building collections. Just give them a basic material. And all of these should take up that material. Like so. Let's get rid of. And she's like showing off a city, and then boom. The breaking glass is not that visible. Yeah, it's not that visible in Eevee, but it should be visible in Cycles. Let me see. I'm actually going to animate this flying towards the camera as well, so. Oh. Has to go this side. Maybe. Can I change the rotation of this to be object? Yeah, like that. To be fair, artists and hobbyists with RTX 3080, 3090, and this guy kicking it with a 1060. Thank you, Hestoy. Yeah, you just have to work with what you got, because it can get really expensive if you try to just upgrade every time. And just keep things simpler here. I want to see the part where the glass flies in. See how that looks in Cycles. Okay, Blender is just crashing. Another version can be a very old man and an android robot are playing chess. The old man is thinking about his next move, and the android expression is, this is going to be an infinite journey. Okay. Okay, my piece is hitting its limitations now. I can't preview in cycles anymore. But I'm going to give this a quick render, actually render out the entire animation, and I'll post the animation later. And let me set up the render here. Maybe, let me see. The noise, I want each frame to render for about 1 minute. Let me see. 1 minute. 120. Oh, so that's 2 hours. Divide by 60. That's 2 hours, which is okay. So each frame should render for 60 for 1 minute. Nah, for 30 seconds. So that we are rendering for only 1 hour, because I have to do other work and I don't want to just have my PC sitting there doing nothing. So let's just look at the animation one more time. I think to infer speed, we would need, let me first, to show speed, let me first grab this, shift G collection. We need to have some stuff in the front here. So I'm going to grab, I think I have a tower. Or do I? We can add some transmission towers here. Because without them, you can't really tell how fast the train is moving. So let's just add them there. Give them an array. Oh, this is an object, so can't. Yeah, let's see. Another come to Discord to check out our work. Let's do that here on live stream and see. Let me check actually. Nice. I'm seeing some good work. Let me first make sure that there isn't any funny business. Okay, so let's look at some Discord work. This is, I think I've seen this already. I saw this, you made it, but it looks super detailed. So this is the, I saw one that, yeah, I think I saw this here. It's a very well detailed column. Nice. Some spaceship here. Yeah, I like the lighting and the details on this. Mazem. Yeah, I really like to comment on this, but I don't like how Discord handles commenting, because you can see it's like I'm commenting on something completely different. You have to scroll up to see what. That's why you see I don't usually use Discord as much, because I don't like how the way they make their stuff. I'm seeing some. Okay, this looks very detailed. Nice. Amazing. Anyway, let's play this one more time and close out the stream, so you can see that we are seeing some animation. The explosion happens. I really like how the explosion looks for some reason. So I'll give this